This is the TOTO SW3036R0 1 Washlet K300 electronic bidet toilet seat. The biggest change it brought to my routine is how it makes cold mornings feel easier, with warm water on demand and a seat that never shocks me when I sit down. I would put this in the category of premium bidet seats for people who want real upgrades in comfort and cleanliness, without turning their bathroom into a science project. If you have a standard elongated toilet and a nearby ground fault circuit interrupter outlet, and you care about steady warm water, a warm seat, and thoughtful hygiene features, this is built for you. I was not trying to chase every feature under the sun. I just wanted something that would work every single day, feel great, and be simple to live with. That is how I ended up here. Design matters because you live with it every day, and this one looks clean without shouting for attention. The seat is slim and elongated, so it matches a typical elongated bowl and sits low because it uses a tankless heater. That means there is no bulky water tank in the rear. The finish is a soft, cotton white that blends with most toilets. The plastic feels solid when you press on it, and the hinges have a controlled motion, so the seat and lid lower gently. You do not get that slap on the porcelain anymore. The remote is a narrow bar with backlit buttons that are clear in a dark bathroom. I mounted it where my hand naturally reaches, and the layout makes sense even when I am half awake. The bracket under the seat has a quick release, so I can slide the whole seat off for a deeper clean without tools. It is one of those simple touches that you end up using more than you expect. Setup was less dramatic than I feared. I removed the old seat, measured to center the included mounting plate, tightened 2 bolts, and slid the washlet on until it clicked. The water line uses the included T connector at the fill valve. You turn off the water, connect the T, attach the flexible hose to the seat, and turn the water back on. After that, it is just plugging into a ground fault circuit interrupter outlet. The whole process took me about the length of a cup of coffee. If you can hook up a garden hose, you can probably handle this. The seat recognized me right away with its occupancy sensor, and the remote paired immediately. There is no long startup delay. Warm water is available without waiting, and the controls respond as soon as I press them. Day to day, what stands out is speed and consistency. Because it is tankless, warm water starts quickly and does not cool off. There is no countdown in your head while the heater catches up. Pressure is adjustable across a range that covers gentle to confident. Temperature adjustments are simple, and the seat heat is steady rather than cycling hot and cold. The spray wand positions move with obvious steps, so when I nudge forward or back, I feel the adjustment, and then it stays there. Oscillation is smooth, not jerky, and the pulse mode alternates rhythmically without that stutter some cheaper seats have. I care more about how it cleans than how it reads on a spec sheet, and this one is effective without feeling harsh. The stream has air mixed into it, which gives it a fuller feel while staying comfortable. I can run an oscillating wash and feel it cover the area without needing to crank the pressure to the max. If I had a long day and need a little extra, the pulsating pattern helps. I have tried back-to-back cycles to test if the temperature dips, and it does not. The dryer is warm and quiet. It does not blast like a hand dryer at a stadium, so I usually wait a bit, then pat with a small piece of toilet paper to finish. The deodorizer comes on automatically after I stand up and pulls air through a filter. It is not perfume. It is more like removing the background smell from the room. I wish there were a manual button to run it on demand, but it has never failed to kick on when I leave. Comfort is not only about temperature. The seat has a gentle slope that keeps me centered, and the opening is generous enough that I do not feel cramped. The warm seat is one of those features that ruins you in the best way. In the middle of winter, stepping onto a warm surface makes a daily difference. At night, the remote's illuminated buttons mean I am not fumbling, and because the controls are so direct, there is no learning curve. Start, adjust, stop. The 2 user memory presets are a real perk. I saved my temperature, pressure, and nozzle position, and it remembers them every time. Someone else in the house can have their own settings on the second memory button. No one has to compromise. Hygiene features are where this model feels thoughtfully engineered. The wand rinses itself with EWATER Plus before and after every use. It is slightly electrolyzed water that helps keep the nozzle fresh. The seat also sprays a fine PREMIST inside the bowl before I sit down, which makes waste less likely to stick. It sounds small, but it reduces the need for scrubbing later. Those two touches, the self-cleaning wand and the PREMIST, have kept the toilet cleaner between weekly deep cleans. When it is time to clean, I press the quick release, slide the seat off, and wipe around the mounting area. I check the little mesh filter on the water inlet every so often, especially in a hard water area, and a quick rinse keeps the flow strong. One scenario where I really noticed the difference was an early morning in January. I walked in half asleep, sat down, and the warm seat made me relax without even thinking about it. I tapped my preset button on the remote, and the warm water started at my preferred temperature right away. I let the oscillation finish, used the dryer for a moment, and was out the door without using more than a single sheet of paper. That sounds like a small luxury, but it adds up every single day. Another moment was after a long run on a hot afternoon. I bumped the water a little cooler and turned on the pulse. It felt refreshing and still got the job done. Over a few months of daily use, I also learned its limits. The dryer is gentle. If you expect a fast, powerful dryer, you will likely still reach for a bit of paper at the end. The seat relies fully on the remote with no backup buttons on the unit itself. I have not lost the remote or had it fail, but if it did go missing, there is no emergency control on the seat. Cleaning is easy but not zero effort. You still need to pop it off once in a while and wipe underneath. If you forget to check the water filter, flow can get weaker. And yes, you need power. If your bathroom does not have a ground fault circuit interrupter outlet near the toilet, plan for that upgrade first. It is a safety thing and it matters. What makes this model feel smart to live with are the small choices. The SoftClose lid that never slams. The way the heater keeps up with longer sessions without that chilly surprise. The backlit remote that is readable in the dark, with a sturdy wall mount that has not budged. The way the aerosol deodorizer just handles itself after you stand up. The subtle feel of air in the water stream that makes cleaning gentle and thorough at the same time. None of this feels like a gimmick. It is all stuff I notice when I use it, and then I do not have to think about it again. A specific use case that sums up my experience is hosting guests for a weekend. I set the second preset to something mild and showed them the basic buttons on the remote. Within one visit, they were comfortable using it, and they never once asked me how to change the temperature or the pressure. The remote's icons are obvious, and the response is immediate. More than once, I heard someone comment about the PREMIST and how the bowl looked cleaner afterward. When multiple people used it back to back, the water stayed warm for everyone. There are a few things I would tweak if I could. I would love a manual deodorizer button on the remote. I would not complain about a slightly stronger dryer. And I would add a small set of controls on the side of the seat as a fallback in case the remote disappears. None of these are deal breakers for me, but they are worth knowing if those details matter to you. As a whole, I keep coming back to the same thought. This is a daily comfort product that earns its space. It fits a standard elongated toilet. It installs without a headache if you have power nearby, and it delivers warm water and a warm seat every single time. If you live in a cold climate, you will appreciate it the second you sit down. If you care about hygiene, the self-cleaning wand and the PREMIST make real differences you can see and feel. If you want a bidet seat that feels premium without becoming complicated, this is a strong choice. If you are someone who needs the absolute strongest air dryer or wants physical buttons on the seat, look elsewhere. If you want reliable comfort, cleanliness, and a thoughtful set of features that improve your routine without calling attention to themselves, I can recommend the TOTO SW3036R0 WASHLET K300. It has been rock solid for me, and I expect it to keep doing the same every day. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your questions or your own experience. Thank you for watching.